back.
We back with the so yeah, the Blaze the Runway though. So explain that, cause that's coming up.
I remember we were in our meeting and Tiffany just was hinting about she wanted to do a fashion show, and I was like on it.
Yeah.
I did fashion production for years. I won't say, not like that. It was on a level of business, but I knew that we could do something that could mix what we all love: fashion, music, and cannabis culture.
Right.
We knew it could be done tastefully and not just about. Some people hear it and just think we walking down the runway smoking. No, it is about giving you a different look of how people consume. We go out every day and it's nothing to see someone have a glass of wine in their hand. No one thinks about that. It's more celebrated. But to consume a joint or even a vape, people think that that's got some like negative connotation. So in order to be able to break it, the stigma of it, you have to show the difference. And so we reflect what is the total opposite of what people think an open consumption fashion event is. So we did our first one was last year, and we had some amazing artists. Shout out to Jay Mills, Monterey Black, Lizzie Jeff.
Yeah, I had some hitters last year.
Yeah, it was a special moment. It was,
Especially for it to be year one.
Thank you. And we showcase all of our own apparel. So we took collections, from within and broke it down.
Catalog.
Yep. And it was special to be able to, in our first one, to show what we could do, what we already had in-house, what people probably didn't even know about Bouquet. We utilized our visuals, because like I said, if you see us, we are always recording. There's always a camera. Y'all can't see right now, but there's a camera.
Yeah, you gotta capture that shit.
Right there.
You ain't got the cameras rolling.
I mean, the sentiment that everything is content, everything is content.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to show it, so we do it. But Blaze the Runway, in my opinion, is just so special to me because I feel like it's something that's going to continue to grow.
Absolutely.
I think that people will be able to show a different level of event that is not just centered around alcohol.
Yeah.
And let's be real, in our community, we need to find a different way to be able to celebrate and to be able to just connect together and fellowship.
Right.
And in order to break the stigma of this simple little plant, we got to use it. We got to show it different. And so that's what I feel like we're doing right now with Blaze the Runway.
Break the stigma.
Make it fashion, of course.
And shout out to our community for being a part of it.
Yeah.
Y'all, there's no way.
Right,
Just show you that
because
it's a
everybody
demand.
who was a part of Blaze the Runway last year, they've been supportive of the brand. They are the culture and the community. So, like Opal was saying, we were showing the different aspects and different people that are in this community, how they consume and the types of people that they are. They could be somebody you just, it's corporate consumers, and then it's the hood niggas that's consumers. It's consumers all across the board, and it's just got to stop being looked at, in a negative way. Yeah.
All the time, cannabis connect everybody. You be surprised.
When you go in them dispensaries,
Who the fuck?
you see
everybody.
Everybody smoking, so let's just stop the bullshit.
Right.
Break the wall down.
Right.
Do it, you know what I mean? So yeah, Chop definitely got a business bag with the Break the Runway shit. So I expect to see that through numbers this year as well.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
I expect to see that shit on tour like the Benz and Bouquet is already.
Speaking into existence.
Right.
Yeah, crossing multiple motherfucking barriers. Where y'all see the DMV cannabis scene now that Maryland, Virginia, and DC are technically all players. so to speak. Nobody gotta hide and say we all live in the same spot that we know we don't. And it's like, you know, trending something. How y'all feel about, you know, the scene right now, the opportunities and whatnot?
Everybody look at me all crazy.
We
did, yeah. I'm gonna zoom in too.
Right.
I guess as the DC representative, DC in Washington.
And just flower connoisseur, so you got
as well as
From the outside looking in.
Yeah, from the outside looking in, I really feel like it's so. Virginia doesn't know what the fuck they want to do. Right. So I don't even really look at Virginia as anything at this point. And there's people that come from Virginia into the area, and I'm not discrediting them by far, like not at all. But I'm just simply saying, as a state with logical legislation, I don't see that happening.
They got some work to do.
Yeah, and nowhere in the near, until I say Glenn get up out of office or so.
Yeah.
DC is a clusterfuck because they don't know what they want to do.
The feds and all of that kind of stuff.
We got too much. Everybody's scared of the day that the crackdown is supposed to happen. So that's the biggest thing right now. Is like everybody's waiting for, you know, seems like the magical mist to come rolling down the street,
that one day.
snatching. You know what I mean? Like that one day is going to happen. So everybody's trying to brace for impact for that. Maryland, I think, is trying to make it right, but at the same time, we have to do this consumption lounge thing.
They gotta fix that.
They gotta fix that.
So, from my side of that, I think Maryland wants to do the right thing. They just don't have the best idea of how to do such. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you gotta kind of start lobbying and telling them what they need to do in numbers. And from my standpoint, I think all of Maryland, anybody that's active in that space, they're all yelling something different.
Yeah, there's no
unison.
Yeah.
So if everybody's yelling something different, the people that are in control are gonna look at the crowd and say, all right, well, they tripping. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? We all agree to do this, so we just gonna do this. So they got some work to do on the ground level. DC definitely is waiting for doomsday, so to speak.
That's really what it is, unfortunately.
They do have some licenses open, they say, but that's a process I'm not familiar with, so I don't really speak on it. Consumption lounge is something that they all need to get right, though.
In what way do you feel like what needs to be right about the consumption lounge?
I mean, the way that the way it's written now, their idea of a consumption lounge is a place that you can't consume it. So how is it a consumption lounge if I can't smoke inside? Or like they want the venue to be a hybrid, so it's like a stadium or some shit where you can go outside to smoke, where it's like a courtyard or something, but inside you can come in to purchase. But that doesn't work. Like people, they want to consume where they consumption
I go to the
lounge.
bar and get my drink. I want
Yeah,
to
it's the
take my
same way as
drink
a
and go to
bar.
my seat. I don't want to take my drink outside and drink it.
Yeah, I don't want to go. So that's like, how does that work? That logic is kind of crazy. So they got to tweak a lot of that. And then the way I'm not sure, but I think they said like the person that holds the consumption lounge license can't. It's not the liquor license. They can't have like they can't be the ones selling the truth. So it's like
They can't have dispensary. You can't have multiple licenses.
They can't. Yeah. So they gotta have like you can't have a plant touching license if you have like a consumption lounge or an auxiliary license and such like that. So you would have to contract or get other brands to come in to do that part, which is cool. But how do they make money?
I was like, how do they make their money then?
because they can't come in here and smoke. They got to come in here, purchase, and leave.
Right.
Can I charge them to come in? And then why would they pay to come here to buy weed that they got to leave to go smoke somewhere else? And they can just go to the dispensary and
Makes
do
no
that.
sense.
They go smoke outside anyway.
Or just, so it's like the optics make no sense. So they got to fix that shit. That's my 2 cents on that shit. But you got to go down there and tell them to their face a few times. So that's where we at. I don't think anything's changing this year. They got the license.
Yeah.
The license kerfuffle.
Kerfuffles.
Yeah.
What about like the growers in the area? How do you feel like the grow scene is in like the DMV?
I think it's expanding. The grow scene is expanding because everybody can grow now. There's no like hiding and shame in it. So since everything went wreck, you see more people that been growing probably.
Yeah,
but they cannot.
it just wasn't out in the
open. I can say it.
Yeah.
I was one of them. You know what I'm saying?
That
So
just happened to
how
me.
was that for you?
Relief. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can actually like, ooh, hey. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's expanding. So that's what I'm more so happy about because Virginia can home grow, DC been home growing, now Maryland can home grow. Everybody can just start being themselves. You'll see more growers.
Right, no, that's real. That's real.
That's why I say weed connects everybody. You'd be surprised who.
I don't. No more. I used to.
I mean,
in the beginning,
yeah.
I was like, oh, word? For real? And now I be like,
Could have guessed.
Yeah, because you been around.
Sure do.
But
You like the flavors that's coming out?
What are you chasing? I don't even want to know the flavors as a grower. And I hate to turn this interview into an interview.
Right. But we're interested.
I'm interested.
Because I got a question too.
As a grower and as a fan of the plant, what do you look for? Is there something that you had that you feel like you chasing, or anything like that? Because I think, you know what I mean.
Everybody's different. So if we talking about me, I make genetics now. So now I'm chasing profiles and characteristics. I think the average grower is just chasing the hype. You know what I'm saying? They just
Yield or something like that? Or?
No, it's just the name of the plant.
Just the name. So they they hear a popular strain. They say like runts is popular or whatever, and they can get their hands on some runt seeds that they think is runt seeds or whatever. They think they're gonna pop those seeds and it's gonna taste like or grow like the fucking plant, the runts that they got from whoever. And it's way more complicated than that. So I look for characteristics and traits and profiles more so than anything now, because I done grew pretty much the whole plethora of shit. I grow regular seeds though. A lot of people like feminized seeds, so some newbies like autos and shit like that. I grow regular seeds because they get the full genetic profile. My bad. The full genetic profile. So with feminized seeds, you're only getting the mom's side of the genetic tree. With the regular seeds, you're going to get the mom and the dad's genetics in that seed bank, and it's going the profiles can waver more. You got more of a slider. You know what I'm saying? So I might only like the strain because of the father. And if I get a feminized pack of seeds, that's not even an option. You know what I'm saying? So that's one optic. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I grow regs. And I get them tested. I test them myself, but I understand why a lot of people don't want to go through all that shit too. But yeah, characteristics. You want a strong plant that's vigorous, healthy, can withstand, and then from that point, you're looking for obviously yield, taste, flavor. Some people like potency. I'll go for more of a balance. Like I like terp heavy shit. the potency gonna come, man. You know what I'm saying? The potency gonna come. If you got a whole rack of terps, you only need you don't even need 20-25% THC mixed with 3 to 4% terps. You gonna be good regardless. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the shit I look for. Smokers, they look for whatever. It's different types of consumers too. Some people just be wanting to you got smokers, then you got like people that's really into like they know their shit. They want I'm smoking for a reason.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
me.
People that smoking for you know what I'm saying, medicinal purposes as we say. They know their profile, they know exactly what I'm looking for. It's not what that one. You know what I'm saying? That's when people get more informed, but as a whole I think as a whole, the community, the public, they are more informed than they was 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can't pull the whammy on
Stone Ages.
Yeah, you can't pull that shit no more.
But I miss the old strains,
I do too.
like the classics.
Like what?
You know, like Maui Wowie and
Alaskan Thunderfuck.
yeah.
How do you come up with your names?
That's tricky.
It just be random, whatever pop into your head first?
Nah, I try to blend it somehow to what it's gonna taste like. Like I'll try to describe what the flavor is gonna be. Sometimes it'll be a combination of whatever the cross was. And sometimes it's just like a letter and a number till we can figure that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole lot of those sitting to the side right now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that shit's always tricky though. The sweet and sour sherbet was easy.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like sour banana sherbet, and that one was kind of like a sour sherbet. And I crossed it with the G13. It was like it just made it like real sweet candy, like super sweet candy.
Mm-hmm.
And had a little bit of lemonade in there, a little bit of pinene came out of there somehow. I don't know what the fuck happened. But that joint got crazy. It's like everything. Well, that tea smell like shit. I said, what that shit smell like? He's like, everything. So,
It's a little bit of everything.
yeah, so that was easy.
Does branding never pop into your head? Because like, you know, like how these major strains, when they be coming out, I'm sure a lot of them think about like the branding, the business side of naming, like the strains and all that.
I think all this shit is a business, bro. Everything. So like, I don't be wanting to say some of this shit out loud, but
I
eventually,
feel you, because I got something for you, dog, and I don't even want to say it.
Yeah, like some of this shit.
I got to hit you offline.
just say
But this is it, though, for real. This is
things are
this
elevating.
the game
The
changer.
name?
Huh?
Like the strain name?
Oh, no. A whole thing. This is a
Yeah.
game changer, though.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? I think the game is elevating at a rapid pace now.
Mm-hmm.
So, branding is number one. Branding and owning your shit, you gotta, that's key. Cause like, I've been told by a lot of my mentors, people that done poured into me, we're at a phase to where it's like, this is like the Stone Age of it. We're still in the infancy of what this shit is gonna be in like 10 years. So if you in it right now and you building and you building and you building in like 5-10 years, when they saying this shit is gonna be a multi-billion-dollar industry because it's way more states legal and it might possibly be federal by then.
You're in a wonderful position.
You in the perfect position because that's what Burner doing. He's just building the empire now so that he could sell it when this shit go wreck. He said it out loud, so it's not a secret. So like, man, branding, ownership, making sure that you creating and you constantly growing. That shit is a big thing. So I'm hoping that we can get more people that look like us to get in that mindset and start doing that shit actively because it's possible. You can see us doing this shit now. I ain't been around as long as y'all. Everybody got time to grow if they get their shit started. So how you feel about, because you've been doing it for a while.
I feel about
Like, you know, where the industry is going as a whole, like with the cannabis space.
yeah. I like it. Kind of what you was alluding to is like we, making sure that we grow and we hit all the different markets. Like we'll go to like New York on a whim. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure that we check in, tap in, and just see what's going on. I feel like the more you travel, the more you see what's going on, the more your mind gets to spinning, the more you can create. So I think, like you said, the biggest thing is just creating and just staying on the ground floor, like having your ear to the street and just knowing what's going on and all that.
Knowing where that shit gonna swing to.
And having like a broad perspective. Like you might take a hit now, but just like you said, think about 10, 15 years from now, where it can go. Even like thinking about us, like our first, I was showing Opal the other day, our first packaging that we had did when we shipped out like our first package. It was like a pound bag, zipped, vacuum sealed up with some papers inside with some like Sharpie over the top. Like that was the first like ever bouquet package sent out to like us making like these bags over there. And so everything is branded, everything is the same, uniform. So like just even seeing us like change and innovate and keep continuing to evolve over like 3 years to where we could be 10 years from now, I'm excited to see that. I know we just gotta keep putting that effort in and not get burnt out too. That's the other thing, like avoiding burnout. So.
Yeah, 'cause y'all spread the responsibility evenly so nobody gets overworked.
I'm
we gonna-
I ain't trying to help. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, as a cannabis brand, most people don't think that it's that we should have like this polished look. I think that there's still, without us one to really relate to it, it's still like the stoner mentality when people think about cannabis.
Yeah.
So it's important as a cannabis brand to get your shit together.
Absolutely.
And a black brand too.
I mean, I was going to take it in steps. I was going to say, like, this first being in cannabis is like, yes, you should like do all the things you would do in any other business. You would take the steps to understand like why you're doing it. You cannot just get in cannabis because you like cannabis. What does that mean? We all like cannabis if you smoking. If you consume it in some way, you like it. You have to get into it for other reasons outside of that.
Right.
And then you can create your business around that. But you got to know your why.
Right.
Especially within this industry, because it's not going to be easy to navigate it. Then you're going to tack on being black, and then they going, I'm about to go into my Canna Mom thing. It's just like, but being black, period, no one looks at us like, because the reason why we consume is for any other reason like other ethnicities. I like to relax. I like to, I have anxiety, so I take it for medicinal reasons, and for like gut health, and I have chronic insomnia.
Right.
So there are reasons outside of what people would even think why I would take it.
Yeah.
But if you see me taking it, it's just like I look like a unfit mother.
That's
Because I'm consuming, but you are okay with me if I drink all day.
Yeah.
And I personally had that problem. So like,
alcohol is way worse.
it is, but it's more prevalent within our community. Somebody's gonna give you a drink, you can drink all day, and that's what somebody's gonna bring to, like, if you're sad, they're gonna bring you a bottle.
Yeah, society as a whole is more accepted. So that shit needs to change all the way around. Like you said.
They're not looking at how many of us, especially young people, have like liver disease.
Yeah.
And it's happening younger and younger and younger. It's because rather than like going out and having different experiences, everybody going to the bar.
Right. Making the
Yeah,
shit worse.
And it's like the goal is to just to get drunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna forget about it. You're
Yeah.
making the shit worse because now you fucked up, and then you gotta wake up tomorrow and the shit's still the same shit going on.
But we're putting it in our food now. Henny wings, like, on top of it.
Yeah,
It has no medicinal purposes.
we are very destructive as a whole, I must admit.
But that's not our fault, though. That's
It's part of the program. It's the goddamn matrix. Nah, for real. That shit is like a stigma that needs to be cracked and changed. You know what I'm saying? So, Canna Mom. Let us. Well, you just kind of did let us know, but you be going to like go places and speak with different types of organizers to try to change that narrative?
I think it's important. I think it's because when you're a mother, just in general, beyond even just consuming anything, people think like your life has to end. No longer am I myself.
Right.
I have no aspirations. I have no anything outside of myself once I conceive a child.
Yeah,
and that is just something that mothers throughout time have had to just deal with. Tack on now, they'll let you, like, again, we talked about, like, drinking. They'll let you drink all day, consume pills, and that's, people are fine with. I chose to talk about cannabis. I've been smoking since I was young. Like, they call it recreational. I just call it smoking. But
meditating.
I wasn't meditating. I don't even want to give that type of like notion that I was out here. I mean, I was just smoking. It was better for me than drinking. I wasn't drinking when I was in like high school and stuff. I was an athlete. I played basketball. I played basketball in high school and in college.
That shit help with your muscles and everything.
So, maybe it was my parents. That's a whole other topic. I just didn't. No, I don't care about that. But smoking was just easier for me. And I smoked in about, I'm trying to think how many years ago. It's not really important because I'm high. But I noticed that I could use, I had gotten sick, like I said, with my gut health. And everything they gave me made me sick over the counter. Every pharmaceutical, prescription they gave me made me more nauseous. I had lived life just being used to being just every day sitting here talking to people and just be just extremely nauseous. I knew how to just handle myself I knew I wasn't gonna throw up, but I couldn't do anything. Then when those carts started to come out, I got a vape pen, and just a couple pulls of that eased my stomach. Like nothing else, but I had never had anything that just calmed it, because I just needed something to make me feel like I wasn't gonna throw up. And I started telling my doctor that I take it. I'm not gonna take any other prescription. And so when the opportunity came for me to create Melanated Smoke and to talk about being a mother who smoked, it just made sense to me, because I had lived a life that it did help me. It helped me with my gut health on one level, and then I talk about anxiety. It helped me on that level too. Being a mom is not easy, and I can't sit here and drink with my kid. But I found ways, whether it was with gummies, tincture in my food, whether it was a couple of drops of tincture in my coffee. It was to let me have a exhale where I really couldn't. I can't go in the room and lock myself away from my child, and he too, when he running around, and I'm I have help, but I'm also, when you're a mother, you're just way more hands-on just by nature, especially when they're young. And, I wanted mothers not to feel a certain way about consuming cannabis. I wanted them to see somebody that looked like me, that I work, I'm an entrepreneur,
responsible.
Yeah, everybody here know I'm gonna probably pray for you first. I wanted to show even the fact that I love God and I consume. that was something that people could see represented, and it was important to me. And I wanted it to not seem I was looking around and people were other canna moms they were herbalists. They were finding their mental health, but it didn't look the same for me as a canna mom out there, especially not as a creator. When I started putting stuff out on Instagram, it is a vast difference of how Black content creators are looked at. That's a whole other topic, but especially as a mom in that canna mom community, it's a little bit
shifted.
Yes.
And everything else.
What your doctor said to you? They was for it, against it. Just like a therapy session.
The first one, he was really open to it. I don't know if he already had, experience with it, but he was does it really work for you? And I said yes. He was well, don't overdo it. And so I just started to monitor. So I guess what everybody says now, microdose.
Yeah.
Take a little bit of time and see how it worked, and it helped me.
The second one.
This last one, okay, so I'll just say like I just went to my gastroenterologist, and she was kind of looking at me like, well, don't take too much of that. You probably shouldn't use that. That could probably be the reason why you do have gut health issues. I'm like, nope,
No, that
it's
was
not.
before.
I definitely had this whole issue before I had anything. It's the only thing that has helped me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so she wants me to go back to over the counter,
No, cause I mean,
and that's what she just prescribed me.
cause they be what she.
Like over the counter, like Miralax and stuff. You want me to put powder in my water again? Something else that's gonna make me sick. It's just I mean, but that's what she is taught to do. There's not like a lot of like nurses out here who are skilled enough to know about the plant to be able to really give you an educated answer about it. So they're gonna keep hands off of it, even if they have an opinion about it and may want to say it. They're not going to because they have no like basically
benefit.
Not even a benefit, but there's no credential or anything, no credibility like behind it, like to stamp it. You know,
right. So they can't probably legally too
say anything about it.
Any kind of herbs, the medical field is like, oh well.
That shit
They don't really vouch for it, but they don't tell you don't try it.
They call us a word for that. Like,
Nothing.
I forgot.
They're not incentivized to do such. That's all.
Right.
So all that.
Pharma is incentivized. You know,
Exactly.
The doctor wants you to push the pill. They have representatives that come in and definitely smooth, like take them out, do all these things for them to push the product to their patients. They could care less what you really have.
They got movies about it on Netflix. Check it out, whole series and all that. So it's very well documented. So all right. Well, let me see one of these sesh bags real quick.
Show yours more. I'm sure it looks amazing in there.
No crumbs nowhere. all pocket section.
It's definitely not.
It is. Look at that.
Nice and neat.
Nice and clean and
for you.
So you got a little something in there. I got a little tube in case I roll the J and the thing, you know. Put that, some mints
for your breath.
And for dry mouth.
Are they medicated mints for you?
No, they're for cotton
mouth. They're for the cotton mouth drinks.
They make your
you got plenty of room in there.
Plenty of space. You got a card. You can put cards in there. You can put your ID card. I have the Cannabis Moms Thrive Melanated Smoke.
You can't even hide a smile.
I don't know. I had another card, but it was facing it got flipped. But that's the sticker that I have in mind. You got another pouch for something else.
You know what I'm saying?
Rolling tray, grinder, of course, the finest papers in the world. Ample tree, right? Tips. Even this is the wildest shit. I didn't realize I have some sort of.
Oh, I remember that.
What was that from?
Olive oil from the rec day.
Yeah.
The pool party.
Okay, yeah. I got that
and
on the kitchen countertop.
I have it.
Oh, I use mine.
It's probably danky as shit.
I don't know. Try it.
only one
Mine was good when I tried it when I first got it.
All of that though, right? And this the dope shit about it. Shout out to the, you know what I'm saying?
To Lock Green.
Lock Green. Groove. You can show y'all.
Don't give it totally
I don't want to give a code away.
I think mine was 420.
Yeah, I ain't gonna. Shit. That would be funny though. It would be.
Yep. You can lock it up.
You can lock that joker up so you.
Yeah, it's sturdy.
And it's sturdy, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it's not, you know what I mean? It's a real sturdy.
Yeah, it's
Practice
fashionable.
Let me show y'all the small one.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Where can they get these jumps, bro?
They might be sold out by now. But when we
They got some more coming.
get some more coming with us.
Definitely got some more coming.
Where can they get the hoodies, the t-shirts?
Those might be sold out too.
Oh.
But the good thing is, after this fashion show, Blazer Runway on April 18th, everybody will see what we have new coming up for the year. We be dropping our releases when we done with them. we like to be done with them. We might bring it back later, but we like, you know, we're also creative. We be coming up with all kind of designs. We gotta make runway for all the designs to kind of come out and stuff.
Okay, so it's gonna be a whole new line.
These are, but the Practice Safe Set shirts are a staple shirt.
So that hoodie though.
Yeah, but the hoodie, you might not be able to get the hoodie off. You know what I'm saying? Bucks, but the tees you can always
By
get.
the time they see this, it'll be a new line coming up.
Yeah, and you would want that line because that line is a little
That's
dope.
gonna-
It's
it's
dope
gonna
too.
be
It's
the-
like we don't do nothing but make
It's
dope
gonna be
shit.
the new shit.
So yeah.
Off the break.
Want
The
that new
website is
The website is rollingbouque.com. ROLLINGBOUQE.com.
They can get their bands and bouquet tickets on there. When the events come up monthly, they can also get the. I should have had I had the box, the big ass bouquet box.
This Howard box.
Yeah, you can get all your bouquet shit. Your subscriptions.
Everything.
You can get the playlist. They get a playlist.
You got the playlist.
You do the playlist, right?
We're on
Put a little bit of the
Spotify.
magic in the playlist.
Yes.
Maul do be putting
All
that
put
magic in there.
put the blends on the playlist. You can get your bouquet playlist on there. You can get all your bouquet products, papers, tickets to the fashion show, tickets to bands and bouquet on a monthly. All your bouquet shit. I want to thank y'all for coming through. It's been a communion. You know what I'm saying? Always, man. You know how it is. Family and community, man. The Rap Road Power Buck. Catch y'all on the next one.
PTB.
Pass
We gotta
the
do the
bouquet.
pass the bouquet. We gotta do pass the bouquet. We can't do that.